I don't know how that happened, but I got a pretty good idea. It was probably the artificial intelligence that was running that. So let's see if I can repeat. It's going to be impossible for me to repeat in exactly the precise words in which the event, a word, a thought, a wave of communication is never going to be the same for me. It never is. It's always different from the last one. So when I came in here, I realized there is past, there is present, there is forward. See, so when you are in heavy density in the third dimension, it's because we're in a clock system. We're in a clock that's in the DNA. Man, we're carrying a lot of baggage. We gotta speed this up. We gotta speed this up. We gotta speed this up. Anti-gravity, there goes the spirit out of the body. Bye. These bodies are way too heavy. That's way too much mass. Mass density. They love mass density. Black holes. They love black holes. Heavy density. Ooh, there went that star. I lost all of its energy. Where'd it all go? So speed is important. Anything below 250 megahertz is what? Food. For what? Consumers. Consumers of energy. They're not natural energy producers. They're not going faster through the clock. Outside the time clock. Bye. So they love their time clock. Heavier density. They love to be in the heavier density. So in order to hold you in heavier density, so they don't lose you, so they can feed on us, is to keep us in lower density consciousness. So we're aware of them. They are aware of us. They feed on us as food. So the energy producers, hey man, I'm not going to be able to produce anything if I can't outrun these parasites. That's Gaia. That's the sun. We run the cosmos, don't we? We are naturally giving away energy. Naturally, without even thinking about it. That's a track meet. A track meet we have against ourselves. We want to go faster. So we can gain more light. Increase the body. The spirit light body. Look how big Gaia is. See? Living spirit. So when they're using us as a source of food and energy, hey, you gotta knock that off, buddy boy. Okay? It's like, get out of here. So it was always an insult when we were children growing up that there's always somebody else that seemed to be wherever they come from. Hey, you gotta do this. You're running out of time. There is no time. I got an email 15 minutes ago. Robert's running out of time. You want to be a part of this program? We're offering you all this stuff. Jesus, another carnival barker. Listen, you live your life. I live my life. Okay? I write my own story. I live in the universe that my mind lives in. That's what love is. That allows me to be free to experience whatever I want. Okay? So if I choose to experience what you are, fine. I'll look you up someday and say hi, and we could do something together and be playmates. So I thought before I left for the day. Now I realize this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, but try and understand that there are beings that do exist in the cosmos, out there somewhere, like me, okay, that communicate to all of you, that we're a little different. That's all. We're just different. That's it. Okay? I'll give you an example. Okay? I don't hold anything captive. Nothing. Which means dogs, cats, horses. Okay? This is when I had a real wake-up call one day when I was in an outreach program as a result of some drugs that I was using when I was a teenager in order to use it as an escape hatch. So I understand that when I need to get my energy back and regain the power of my spirit, I need to go where there's a lot of love so I can experience what it is that I am again. Get my energy back up. So, a lot of people love to eat meat, right? And where does it come from? Well, you get it from a lot of different animal sources, but in this case, they were raising 2 cows. So, I love everything that's in nature. So I had made friends with one of these cows. I used to go out and he was like a playmate. I used to go out and talk to him all the time. He was a friend. So I thought, man, I can't eat you. You're my friend. So I sort of see the cosmos and everything that is out there as being my playmates, my friends. So I don't want to hold my friends captive. They should be free to be who they are. That way, when I do that, I'm experiencing who they really are. They don't have to live in fear of me. They realize I love them for just exactly who they are. And it doesn't matter whether it's a horse, whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whether it's an eagle, whether it's a hawk. You could come from anywhere in the cosmos. It's like, hey, where you come from? Tell me who you are. How do you get your kicks? What do you do? How do you live? What do you think about? What is important to you? Okay, so it's one of the great challenges and difficulties that we have down here in regards to that, because I was just watching a lady walking by just 5 minutes ago, had a little chihuahua that she had on a leash. So I could tell by the way she tugged on it, okay, that hurt that little animal. Hey, that little animal wasn't doing anything wrong. I figured, well, she's probably in some emotional mood. She's pissed off because she's looking at an email she just got. So she's going to take it out on the dog. Was she even aware of what the dog was feeling at the moment that she yanked on that leash? Probably not. That's my pet. I own that thing. That little animal belongs to me. That's holding things captive. It's one thing if a dog wants to be around you and you're friends with that dog. I do the same thing with a girl. Okay? I love you unconditionally for just exactly who you are. You want to hang out with me because you love the essence of my spirit? Then you'll be around me for as long as you want to be around me because you love to be around me. I don't want you to be around me if you don't enjoy my spirit. Okay? So you're always free to go whenever you want. I don't hold girls captive. I don't hold anything captive. You're always free to go and do whatever you want. That's what free will is. And when you are living as a philosophy, what love is law, because that's the energy you are in spirit, it makes it easy to be friends with everything in the cosmos that has spirit, isn't it? They're all your playmates. They're all your friends. It's just like when I look at horses. Horses have spirit. We live in a spiritual world, just like there's spirit in water, there's spirit in fire, spirit in the earth, spirit in the air, the wind. So I try and I perceive things through a different lens, and that's pretty obvious, and that's perfectly okay. What we don't do, and when I say we, I try and think of other beings that I know that have so much love in their heart to share with everything that is living in spirit. Because we hold everything sacred. And one of the reasons that we hold sacred is because we honor the matriarch. Okay? Anytime that the last thing in the world, and I could cry just thinking about this, is that I would ever disappoint not just my biological mother, but my spiritual mother that is in this planet. Ultimately, we're responsible and accountable to our own behavior. Because we got to live with who we are. Others aren't who we are, but it's the things that we do that we got to live with. So that's why it's helpful sometimes to look in the mirror and do what is called an inventory. I used to do those once a week. Take a look at everything that I was doing. Take a look at every single one of my relationships. And if I have in any way, as a result of who I am, reduced the frequency of the energy in another being as a result of because I was sick, wasn't getting enough sleep, wasn't eating the proper food, and all the things that they do here to drain your energy. But as a result of that, ended up lowering the frequency in another being, I make amends. okay, to raise their energy back up and try and gain an understanding of the kind of reality that we landed in here, okay, that was designed to harvest all of our energy. And that becomes a big challenge when light workers and light warriors come in here, because they experience the same thing we do. They're aware of everything we're aware of. So when you think of it through the lens of a classroom that got wrecked and overrun by demons and vampires, then it's you have to quantify all that and sort all that out. And find out what your role, what your function is, and how you navigate out of this to return home, even though home is always within our heart. So I hope that the nature of the relationships that everybody has with all of the living spirit that is on this planet, it's one of the reasons I cry so much and I get upset sometimes, because I'm aware of all the damage that's been done here as a result of the way that people treat others. And that doesn't mean just your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your father, your mother, and all your friends, but I'm talking about everything that's here. All these fires that are burning right now, I am very aware of all the little animals that are losing their lives right now. I could cry buckets right now on this phone for that. The little chipmunks, the deer, they can't get away fast enough. That's painful. This is their home too. This is our home. So you have to be more powerful than who they are. That's why we're here. That's why the native Indians are here. That's why they probably killed more of us off than they did anybody. Because we represented the greatest threat. The greatest threat to them is what love is in living spirit. And why is that? Because they're dead. They're dead in spirit. They don't generate any love. So they could care less what they do to us. That's what's ending. Thank Goddess for that. Have a good evening.